She's a piss-off tranny gamer. Everything she plays is bomb and shit. Fuck up the haters and chasers. This game sucks, transsexual, dead her frown, her rage. She's an animal in a cage. She plays the games she fucking hates. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this game.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Angry Tranny Gamer. I'm a tranny, and I get angry at video games. The 6th generation of consoles tried a lot of 3D platformers, huh? Some good, some not so good, and some... Sweet Jesus, anything but that! Sorry, guys, I really don't want to think about playing that game. We're playing Rascal for the PlayStation. So the game starts with a cutscene and... Oh my god! That's what the protagonist looks like? There's no dialogue in this cutscene, so you wouldn't know what the story of the game is unless you read the instructions manual. But you're this kid, and you travel through time to collect these hourglass pieces so you can stop this evil time-traveling asshole. Time travel, huh? You know, that reminds me of when my future self told me that Bridget from Guilty Gear comes out as transsexual. Man, that was fucking weird. Jesus, this guy looks fucking scary. How many kids got nightmares from this game? The real nightmares that I'm playing this game. As far as I can tell, this kid's name is just Rascal. If my parents named me something that retarded, I'd transition just to find an excuse to change my name. The very first thing I should probably note about this game is that it was not designed with the DualShock controller in mind, so the controls aren't great. There's an option to calibrate the DualShock joystick on the main menu, but I couldn't get it to work. So, unless you can figure that out, it uses tank controls. Oh boy. There's one thing about this game I kind of like. These levels are based on different eras of history, like a medieval castle or an Aztec temple. When you beat the level, you can revisit it in the present or future, so the castle becomes a museum and the Aztec temple becomes a lumberyard. I can't lie. That's a really neat idea for a video game. It's just a shame the rest of the game has to be so bad. When playing the game, you'll notice this kid runs fast. That doesn't sound terrible until you have so much momentum that platforming becomes more difficult than it should be. Get used to falling off of platforms. So the first time I played this game, I just thought I was supposed to get to the end of the level. So when I got there and couldn't do anything, I was confused why I couldn't move on. Turns out, you need to collect all 6 pieces of this hourglass here in order to complete a level. Well, fuck me for not reading the instructions manual, I guess, but okay, that sounds fair. But here's what bothers me about this. Not all the pieces are in plain sight. Some of them can only be found when you kill certain enemies, specifically the bigger humanoid enemies. But not all of them, only a few. Which ones? Well, that's for you to find out. So you might end up risking a life to take one of these guys down, only to find out they don't have a piece you need. And then you have some pieces the camera will hide from you. Seriously, this was my 2nd time playing this level, and I didn't even see these pieces my first time playing it. The camera will fight you harder than the medical system while you're trying to go on hormones. As with any bad 3D platformer from this time, the absolute worst thing about this game is the camera. You press R2 to rotate the camera around, and sometimes it works, but other times, it just barely moves around. This is what happened when I tried to move the camera to even see where I was supposed to jump. Look at this! The camera absolutely refuses to move behind me. This camera is even more useless than tranny cock. When you're going through tight hallways, the camera will get uncomfortably close, and you can't even see what's around you. Oh yeah, environmental hazards when you can barely see what's even around you. Brilliant fucking idea. Your weapon is awful. It takes 3 or 4 hits to kill anything. Not just these human enemies like the knights or whatever, but even rats, bats, and spiders. Turns out though, you can just jump on the rats and spiders to kill them in 1 hit. But why is your weapon worse than your jump? Either this weapon is weak as hell,
or this kid weighs way more than he looks. If you kill the smaller enemies, you get drops like health and ammo, but there's a chance they'll drop an item that hurts you as well. Why the fuck would they do that? That's just fucking evil! What kind of sadistic fuck came up with this shit? Why is the game punishing me for killing an enemy? The combat in this game is just the worst. 90% of the time, what you're going to be doing is shooting at the enemies, which causes them to go aggro and hunt you down. And all you can do is walk backwards while you're getting cornered by them.
You kill cops in this game? Nobody tell Jack Thompson.
Speaking of which, though, why do some of these enemies even want you dead in the first place? Knights from hundreds of years ago and cops, okay, I can believe that. But what about this guy here? Why would a lumber worker who's just trying to earn a paycheck try to hack up some random kid with a chainsaw? Is he trying to get himself life in prison?
This game is seriously fucked up.
Sometimes the game just makes up its own rules. Like with the water, for example. So far in this game, every time I've fallen into water, it's done 3 different things. It's either killed me, damaged me, or I was allowed to swim in it. Look, in this room, if I fall in the water, I can swim in it. But in the very next room, if you touch it, you get hurt. What kind of sense does that make? It's the same deal with waterfalls. In this level, it just tries to take you downstream. But in the Atlantis level, it just hurts you. You cannot trust this game because it doesn't even follow its own rules. This skateboarding section sucks so much dick. You're supposed to avoid these giant Cocoa Puffs. Then there will be these sharp turns that hide the boulders. Why would they design it like that? After you finish that, you might think, oh, thank fucking God it's over. But when you play through this level in the present, you have to do it again. Come the fuck on! Did the game designers seriously think this skateboarding part was so good they had to make you do it twice? Were they on meth? And why do the vines hurt you? Boulders, I can understand. But vines? Well, I guess if water hurts this kid, then yeah, why the fuck not vines too? But you play the game. Inevitably, you die over and over and over. So when you get a game over, what happens? Does it ask you to continue? Or maybe it asks you to load the game from your save file? No, neither of those. Instead, you go to the title screen again where you start the game. But to continue from where you last saved, you have to go to a room in the hub world and load your progress from there. And you have to do this every single time you get a game over, or even when you go back to playing the game when booting it up. Why the fuck would they do it that way? It's so unnecessary. That sounds pretty dog shit already, but here's another thing. When you reload your save, you have exactly as much health and lives as you did when you saved. And you don't regain health when you finish a level. So if you saved with 1 health, you're fucked. What the fuck were they smoking?
Fuck this game. This game sucks. This game sucks a tranny's dick. In fact, this game sucks so much tranny dick, it puts your disowned uncle to shame. I would rather do my own orchiectomy than ever play this fucking piece of shit ever again. Just when I thought Sonic 3D Blast was the worst game Traveler's Tales could make, I find out this fucking game exists. Hell, this game makes Sonic 3D Blast look like a fucking masterpiece.
Whoa, man! Don't have a cow!
What the... Rascal?
Cowabunga! I time traveled here from the past in order to tell you to chill out on my game!
Time travel again? Didn't we already do that on this show?
It sure won't be the last time it happens!
What does that mean? How do you know that?
It's time travel! I don't gotta explain shit!
Whatever. Get the fuck out of my video so I can go back to talking about how shit your game is.
No way, Jose! Nobody talks shit about my game and lives!
Oh, you wanna play rough? Okay, I'll play rough. Say hello to my little friend!
I'm out of here!
Hey, get back here, you little shit! Fucking found you.
Take this!
Oh yeah, forgot your bubbles don't do shit. I'm so glad I got that shit taken care of. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play a good game.